morning and welcome. You're watching the CommexFX Daily Outlook for Thursday, January 22nd. The euro rose 0.30% against the US dollar and closed at 1.1590. The pair is expected to find support at 1.1542, and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.1478. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.1676, and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.1745. Trading trends in the euro today are expected to be determined by the ECB's crucial interest rate decision scheduled later today. Meanwhile, investors will keep a close eye on the US weekly initial jobless claims data scheduled later in the day. The British pound fell 0.14% against the US dollar and closed at 1.5127, after the minutes of the Bank of England's latest monetary policy meeting indicated that its two dissenting policymakers, Martin Whale and Ian McCafferty, switched their views and voted to keep the central bank's interest rate unchanged along with the other members on the Monetary Policy Committee, citing Britain's tumbling inflation as a major reason, and maintained the size of its bond purchases at £375 billion. Losses were kept in check after Britain's jobless rate slid to a six-year low of 5.8% in September-November 2014 period, lower than market expectations of a drop to a level of 5.9%. The pair is expected to find support at 1.5088, and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1.5030. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1.5192, and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1.5238. Trading trends in the pound today are expected to be determined by the UK's public sector net borrowing data, scheduled in a few hours. The US dollar weakened 0.60% against the Japanese yen and closed at 117.95. Yesterday, the Bank of Japan Governor Haruhiko Kuroda stated that the nation's economy was continuing to recover gradually, and inflation expectations were seen rising over the long term. He further added that the central bank would likely reach its 2% inflation target around FY 2015, assuming a gradual rise in oil prices. In other economic news, final machine tool orders in Japan climbed 33.9% on a YoY basis in December. Earlier today, the Bank of Japan in its monthly report indicated that the nation's economy has continued to recover moderately as a trend and effects of decline in demand after the hike in sales tax have been gradually fading on the whole. The pair is expected to find support at 117.43, and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 116.67. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 118.70, and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 119.21. The Australian dollar weakened 0.89% against the US dollar to close at 0.8093. Early morning data showed that Australia's consumer inflation expectations registered a drop to 3.2% in January, following a reading of 3.4% in the previous month. The pair is expected to find support at 0.8007, and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 0.7942. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 0.8187, and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 0.8302. Amid no major economic releases in Australia this week, investors will monitor next week's crucial Australia's inflation data. The gold prices traded a tad higher against the US dollar at $1294.20 per ounce, amid rising speculations that the ECB would adopt a full-scale quantitative easing program at its meeting scheduled later during the day. Meanwhile, gold holdings in the SPDR Gold Trust contracted for the first time this week. The pair is expected to find support at 1282.66, and a fall through could take it to the next support level of 1272.43. The pair is expected to find first resistance at 1305.06, and a rise through could take it to the next resistance level of 1317.23. CommexFX is now offering a new application. Download the brand new CommexFX TradeMate app right now and receive daily market predictions, suggested market directions to trade on, highlighted best trading options, and more, covering a wide range of markets including energy, metals, indices, and forex, among others. Trade easily, check successfully. For more information on CommexFX TradeMate app, kindly visit our main website www.commexfx.com. Stay in the know by liking us on Facebook, following us on Twitter and Instagram, circling us on Google+, and of course, subscribing to our YouTube and CommexFX TV channel. Have a great trading day!